Well, hey everyone out there, welcome back to the channel. It's Chris here from JMNC Games, and today we are looking at a traditional pub game called Shut the Box. Now, it's also known as Canoga, or Batten Down the Hatches, or Trick Track. It's got lots of different names. It's a dice game for 1 up to about 4 players, and they used to play this game for stakes. Or, in other words, they used to bet on the game. Now, you don't need to bet in order to play, but it is a lot of fun. Now, there's some unconfirmed history to the game and its origins. Some say it dates back as early as the 12th century in Normandy, France, and others say it has a more modern start in the mid-20th century in pubs in the Channel Islands, as well as Manchester in the 1960s. Now, Shut the Box was the basis of an American TV quiz show, which ran from 1974 to 1976, and then again from 78 to 1980, which was hosted by the late, great Alex Trebek, and then it came back again in the late 80s, 87 to 88, which at the time was hosted by Wink Martindale. Your little fun fact for today. So let's dive in now and take a look at how you play Shut the Box.
To play Shut the Box, you will need a box with flaps from 1 to 9. There are some sets that have flaps that go up to 12. In my example here, the box goes up to 10. You will also need 2 dice. Now, Shut the Box is played as a solo game or a multiplayer game. When playing with multiple players, players usually take their turns one at a time rather than rolling all together. The object of the game is to try and shut the box by flipping all of your flaps down by rolling certain number combinations on the dice. So, on your turn, you roll 2 dice. You now add up the total number of pips on the dice. So let's say, for example, you roll an 8. Doesn't matter what combination of 8, whether it's 4 and 4, or 5 and 3, or other combinations. You now have a choice of what flaps you would like to close based on that roll. The total of the flaps must be equal to the roll. So for an 8, you could close 8, 7 and 1, 6 and 2, 5 and 3, 5, 2 and 1, or 4, 3, and 1. Once you have made your choice, close the flaps and roll again, repeating the process. If all of the flaps of 7 and higher are closed, you can now choose, if you wish, to roll 1 die or 2. The player continues to roll until they are no longer able to close out a flap. The player's turn is over, and you would score the remaining numbers. So, for example, if you had the numbers 1, 5, and 9 still remaining, and you rolled a 4, your choices would be 4 or 3 and 1. You would not be able to complete this roll. Your turn is over. You add up your remaining flaps for a total score of 15. Once you have completed your turn, it's now time for the next player. All players follow the same format. Once all players have completed their turn, compare scores, and whoever has the lowest score is the winner of the game. If by chance a player is able to shut the box on their turn, they automatically win the game. This is the main version of the game, but there are lots of varieties of the game that you can do to mix things up a bit.
And so that is Shut the Box. Thanks for joining us today. We sure hope you enjoyed our presentation on Shut the Box. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer those as quickly as I can. And also, while you're there, take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel. We greatly do appreciate that, and it sure does help us grow. Well, now we know the basics, so let's play.